Hello, and welcome to another episode of Magic and Solo. Today I am opening up this beautiful Spider-Man Sensational Showdown, and I just got it. The main reason I got it was because I wanted the um, Venom in it, which comes with it, and basically it has a scene um, in it wherein it has 16 cards, which is all these different. I guess you can see the scene here. Uh, Cards here, so you can get Doc Ock. You can get the octopus, and I'll show you guys all this in a second, and then we'll see what it looks like when it's put together. And then the goblin, and then actually the goblin bombs are supposed to be pretty good too. Um, I think that I should have just bought this originally instead of having any kind of other the bundle which I got, which while it came with a box, remember the box from the other day. Bottom of the box. I'm gonna start putting cards into this actually pretty soon here. I need to organize my entire collection. This place is a mess, and I will have to show that to you someday. But what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to go ahead and open up these packs. I'm going to go see how much this entire set is individually. I'm going to open up the boosters, see how much is pulled from there, and then I'm going to figure out whether or not this thing is worth $50 or not. So I got my CardStream app ready to go. You can get CardStream, and here was what I wanted. I wanted Venom, the Deadly Devourer, and now I'm going to have him. That card is worth $7.32 apparently. So, we're $7. I'm going to just punch in Spiderman here, unsorted, and then add, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll turn on the scanner. We'll get that ready to go. And then we're gonna go ahead and whip this thing open. Before we do that, let's go ahead and see what it looks like on the other side and what exactly we get in this box. We get these 6 cards, which we'll be seeing in a moment. You can see them in the scene. This is what the scene looks like. So when all the cards combined, you get all those. Can't read that, can we? 6 art only scene cards and a display easel, and then 3 play boosters. Let's get to it. See, there's the top there. We're gonna rip this across here. Rippity doo dah, rippity doo dah, rippity doo dah. Oh, maybe I should have gone the other way. That's the way the spider web goes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. We get a thingamabob. It looks like some kind of... Oh, I guess this is the scene here. Let's move this light out of the way so it's a little bit bright, a little bit more easy to see. As you can see, Doc Ock has a villainous face on. He's got Venom. Now, Venom is actually my favorite of all the Spider-Man villains. I love it when Spider-Man gets infected by the symbiote, and then I love it when it infects Brock, of course. And then there's Goblin, which has the pumpkin bombs, which is actually a pretty good. Here's the easel. It's actually a pretty good card from what I have read. And in the easel, you build with the art cards, and then basically that will be. Last time I opened one of these white things, I was very disappointed because it's mostly lands. And while they were some foiled lands, it was not exactly what I was wanting. I actually am putting the foiled lands in my other decks, but basically this was the entirety of the thing. So it's kind of close. I guess we can scooch this back a little bit just to make it a little bit clearer what is going on here. The box here. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so here we have this. Let's just, oops, go back down so we see this more closely. We'll refocus, and I'm excited to see what's coming out of this thing. Okay, 1 pack, 2 pack, 3 packs. So fun. And then I believe one of these are the art cards, and then one of them is a playable card. So, we'll see how those go. Oops, I accidentally scanned some other cards. Gonna delete those really quick. And then we'll get started here. There's the grasping tentacles. I guess you can see that already. And then you can see the art card there, which interesting idea. I guess it's nice to have both the playable cards and also the non-playable cards, of course. Let's go ahead and rip open the art cards first, and then we'll move on to the other one. So here's the art cards, I believe. Should be 6 of them. There's art card. There's the Venom art card. There's the Green Goblin art card. There's the Octopus, Doc Ock, Spiderman, and lastly, the pumpkins. I'm going to put those into the theming. Yeah, I'm figuring that out. Okay, you know what? We're going to do that later because there's some kind of trick to it. I think I need to pull this open first. But I'll blow it. Okay. Let's see. So this one goes in the bottom left. Okay, so they go like that. And then so you have to pull them all up a little bit first. You break the seal. Okay, hold on. Almost there. Okay, so we got it all broken down. Zoom out a little bit so it's easier to see. This is in the way right now. Spiderman goes here. Okay, I see it. Goblin goes up here. Okay. Oops, I broke it. Great. I knew I would. Okay, there we go. Maybe no one will notice. I mean, who would, right? Spider-Man's leg up into the left over here. Oops. Okay. Venom right in the middle of the action. And then Doc Ock in the bottom left. That's pretty cool. Okay. Well, we got that together. Put this away somewhere. Next, let's open these up. Okay. We have Grasping Tentacles. These appear to all be foiled, so that's always a fun thing. 89 cents for Grasping Tentacles. Let's go ahead and read these as we go along, and then we'll at least have some idea of what they do, because I looked at them earlier today. I haven't really looked at them again. Let's get this in focus. You can see the car in the background getting destroyed. Grasping Tentacles. 1 blue and a black. Sorcery. Target opponent mills 8 cards. You may put an artifact card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Could be great to target an opponent with lots of artifacts. I like this card. This is actually the one reason that I bought the deck, was because apparently it's hard to get Venom because he comes only in the scene. So if you don't buy the scene, then you don't get the Venom. Venom, Deadly Devourer, 2 black and a green. Legendary creature, symbiote villain. Vigilance, menace. 3. Exile target creature card from a graveyard. When you do, put X +1/+1 counters on target symbiote, where X is the exiled card's toughness. 4/4. I'm actually looking really forward to playing this guy. I'm not sure if I'm going to create his own deck for it, but maybe. Or alternatively, not. Here's the Green Goblin Nemesis. Green Goblin Nemesis. 2 black and a red. Legendary creature, Goblin, human villain. Flying. Whenever you discard a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on target goblin you control. So I guess if he's on the board, then you get to put it on him. Could be useful in the right deck. Whenever you discard a land card, create a tapped treasure token. $2.34. The Venom is a $7 card. Doc Ock, Evil Inventor. 5 blue and a black. Legendary creature, human scientist villain. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, target non-creature artifact you control becomes an 8/8 robot villain artifact creature in addition to its other types. 8/8. Pretty good. If he didn't cost 8, or 7 rather. I mean, why does he only cost 7? I don't understand. Shouldn't he cost 8? Then he would actually be, It would make more sense, if you will. Here we go. Sensational Spiderman. $3.64. I have to actually make these all foil versions. The Sensational Spider-Man, 1 white and blue. Whenever Sensational Spider-Man attacks, tap target creature defending player controls and then put a stun counter on it. Then you may remove up to 3 stun counters from among all permanents. Draw cards equal to the number of stun counters removed this way. So. Stun counters are pretty good because it keeps them stunned for more than 1 turn. And then if you were removing those stun counters, then you could put more stun counters back on. Really depends on the situation. Anyway, so. Pretty cool card. Nice looking art, I think. And then finally we have the Pumpkin Bombs. The Pumpkin Bombs, $1.61. Pumpkin Bombs. 1 in a red. Artifact. Tap, discard 2 cards, draw 3 cards, then put a fuse counter on this artifact. It deals damage equal to the number of fuse counters on it to target opponent. They gain control of this artifact. Kind of a fun one for like a party deck. Okay, so there we have all these art cards. Let me go through and make them all foil, which I should definitely make easier to do when you're scanning things. Foil. So the Green Goblin Nemesis is a 263 foil. Let's see. Doc Ock as a foil is $5.57. Spider-Man as a foil is $9. And then the Grasping Tentacles as a foil is $4.28. And then the Venom actually didn't scan, and I should have made him scan. Venom. Let's see here. Go in here. Make him a foil. I don't no longer need to buy him actually. And that's worth $15.14 as a foil. So where are we at right now? The $50 came back to $38.40. So not as we're not necessarily at a loss yet. We still have 3 packs to open. So let's go ahead and open up these packs and see how much value is in these packs. We will see if we can make back that $50. Should it all sell, that is. Not necessarily saying that I'm even going to sell some of those. But let's go ahead and open some of these and see how that goes. Let's see here. Cool. Opening pack 1 of Spiderman. Okay. I have seen this card way too often. Inner Demon Gangsters. Oh, there's a robot token. It's I'm beginning to think that it's like common. 4 cents. Daily Bugle Reporters, 3 cents. Passenger Ferry, 3 cents probably. That's 3 cents. Electro Bolts, 4 damage to something. 4 cents. Here's the Spider Rex. He's pretty cute. I'm trying to imagine how he's holding onto the web and climbing around with just such tiny little arms. Must be hard. 6 cents. Spider-Man No More. 8 cents. 4 cents. 3 cents. 4 cents. Boom. Spider Islanders. 3 cents. Lurking Lizards. 4 cents. Daily Bugle Building. 14 cents. Heroes Hideout. Hangout. 15 cents. Robotics Mastery. 2 cents. Yikes. Villainous Wrath. This one's been talked about, actually. It's not a bad removal spell. 78 cents. Villainous Wrath. 3 and 2 black. Sorcery. Target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control. Then destroy all creatures. 78 cents. I feel like I keep on seeing this Sinister Hideout. The Masked Meower. I don't think this pack's going to make it. We'll find out whether this is worth $50 or not. Getting close, but the next 2 packs are going to have something good in them. I think the Sinister Hideout's worth $6. Okay, so that pack probably worth right around $1.50 at best. Treasure token. Let's see. $8. Amazing Acrobatics. Spider Gwen. 5 cents. Extra Arms, 3 cents. Risky Research, 7 cents. Daily Bugle Reporters. Scan this. What the heck? All right, whatever. Not worth much anyway. News Helicopter. $2. Michael Schmear. I think someone else was saying that there was a lot of repeats in this as well, which makes sense because it's not a very big set, so you're bound to see a lot more repeats as opposed to like the Spider-Man, not the Spider-Man, the Final Fantasy set, which had like 350 or 400 unique cards, making it a lot more valuable. 10 cents. Okay, here we go. Agent Venom. 75 cents. Whenever non-token creature you control dies, you draw a card and lose a life. Hydro Man, Food Felon. 44 cents. Okay, so we're up to another dollar on this one. Guy in Chair. Looks happy. Oh, scan. 3 cents. Okay, and then a mountain. Okay, so I think we're up to $2 or maybe $3 for the 2 packs. Spiderman is nearly as bad as Foundations and Dragonstorm were in terms of making back the monies. We're going to whip through this one really quick here because we've seen some of these before. This one's like another 2 cents. I'm not even going to count it because it's a repeat. Common Crook, another 2 cents. Card, City Pigeon. I mean, what is that? A penny. 11 cents. Beetle Legacy Criminal. At least it's legendary. 4 cents. Shock. I don't know what they were thinking with this deck. There just isn't enough power to be interesting. 5 cents for Shock. Skyward Spider. Whatever, we've seen this before. Vibrant Cityscape, we've seen this before. Barking Lizards, we already saw this earlier today. Web Shooters, we saw this the other day. It's like a 2 cent card or something. 7 cents. Random Rampage, this is actually a good card to play in draft. I don't think it's very valuable though, 11 cents. I feel like a lot of these cards just won't be very valuable because they repeat so often. All right, Black Cat, Cunning Thief. Let's see if it makes up for it. 44 cents. So, what do we have? And also a Swarm of Bees. This is foiled. That's a 4 cent, probably 5 cents for the foiled one. Ha, yeah, right. Okay, so Spider-Man. How much did this end up costing? $38 for the foils, and then $4 in opening packs. 3 times, I want to say they're probably charging $6 for each of these packs. So $18 for the packs alone if you were to buy retail. So $4 from $18 worth of packs, maybe $20 worth of packs, depending on where you're buying them from. Not worth it. Not worth it to buy the scene unless you pull something good out of it, which, well, I'm not sure there's a huge amount of good in this, you know. But the few cards here could be interesting to play and could be exciting too. I'm hoping that the Venom is fun. I'm hoping that the Pumpkin Bombs fit in with another deck as well. Grasping Tentacles, I don't know. Kind of randomish. Doc Ock Evil Inventor, I think I'm going to try out in the Suturu Meza deck just to see if I can cheat him out. Especially because that's actually kind of like his ability is fun. I think that the fact that you're turning a bunch of creatures into sorry, you're turning target non-creature artifact you control becomes an 8/8 goblin villain artifact creature in addition to its other types. I mean, if you have a soul ring that's now an 8/8, that's kind of fun. If you have some kind of weapon that's an 8/8, that's pretty fun. Suturo Meza has some artifacts, not a huge amount. I don't know. I'm not sure if this guy will go well with Dr. Robotnik because I forget the colors of Dr. Robotnik. But maybe. Anyway, that is it for now. If you're going to buy the scene for Spider-Man, there's $38 in cards, foils, and then there's randomness for the remainder. You may or may not make it up. So do not necessarily buy it just for the foils. Their value is just not there. I think this guy's going to be going into the World Shaper. I'm excited to put Venom Deadly Devourer into the World Shaper precon because I think he'll have fun there because if you can sacrifice a creature, put something in the graveyard, and then have him. Actually, it's not even just your creatures. This is any graveyard, so that's kind of a fun thing. Anyway, I don't have a green black deck that I'm playing. I do have a red black. Actually, I have 2 red blacks now, so that could this could go in one of those. I don't have a white blue. I do have a couple of blue blacks. No, I have 1 blue black. So this guy could go in that. The tentacles. I don't know. This is not great for a sorcery. I mean, you may whiff on it. If there's already an artifact in that graveyard, this could actually be really good. So there's situations that could be useful. Pumpkin bombs. This could go right into a red-black deck. Maybe that will happen. And then Venom Deadly Devourer. I think that this guy is the real key. I think he's the most fun part of that. I don't know why he's a 4/4. Is this guy really a 4/4? He should be like a 7/7. Come on. Come on, Wizard. Make this guy more worthwhile. Anyway, thank you for listening. This is the Magic Hand Solo signing off. Have a great time, everyone.